guys, it's me, Courtney from Know Your Produce, and today I'm going to show you an unboxing of the Ambiano Cold Press Juicer. This is the Aldi Cold Press Juicer. It was on sale today for $34.99 or $35.99. So this is an Aldi find of this week. I actually got it this morning and I figured let's see how it works. I have a cold press juicer that I love. I love my Namawell and I use that pretty often. I have that with my apple cider recipe and we'll be sharing some more recipes in January with that. So now I'm going to open this up and let's see how it looks. It looks really slim and I do like the color. It comes in one color that I saw. They also had a regular centrifugal juicer, but this is a masticating juicer, which means it's gonna have more nutrients and get the most for your money out of this. The other one's just a fast juicer. This slow juices it. Think of it like swallowing something really quickly or chewing it, taking your time. You wanna chew, take your time, do it right. Sorry. All right, so here is the juicer. I'm going to be opening it now. It is really tiny. We've got a brush to clean the screen. I'm very curious how easy to clean this will be. And looks like we got 2 cups. That's cute, yeah. So it comes with 2 cups and a cleaning brush. It is so tiny. Wow, it's so tiny. It's really tiny. I can't get over how tiny it is. So the cups, it looks like we have a catch cup and a juice cup. And the cups are tiny too, so I'm guessing I'm gonna make a small batch. We have a small little plunger, which is also pretty crazy to see, so it's small. And the chute itself is really tiny, so you're gonna have to really cut things down. I mean, you're already cutting it, so it's not a huge deal, but if you're coming from the Nama, let's just show you for comparison's sake. This is the Nama J2 and this is the Aldi. Here is the plunger for both. You can see that it's not too much of a difference, but when you can put a lot more. The Nama J2, a lot of people have been coming out with this design now and it's just pretty ingenious. I mean, you can just put a whole apple in there. Then it processes it all and you could just walk away. So I don't have to babysit it, I don't have to feed it. So if you really want to invest in juicing and you're going to be juicing a lot and you want to make sure you're getting the most for your money, it's an investment, but it's a wise investment. But let's see, I mean, if you don't have that kind of a money to invest, is the Aldi one a good? Ooh, it's got little suctions. So now I'm just going to twist this off. And this is actually one piece. I actually confirmed it in the booklet because I took it off and then I was confused. It is all merged together. There's the screen, there's the chute. We're just gonna take this off and then we have the auger in here. We're just gonna wash all of these parts and then start making our juice. So now I have everything washed. I'm gonna put all the parts together. Here is part 1. Then we're gonna put the auger in, part 2. Then this is the screen, which is actually not much of a screen at all. There's just a small portion. The rest is empty. It's just plastic. There's no screen. So these are 2 sections of screen. We're gonna click this in and turn it all the way. Click. There we go. And then this is gonna be the dry spout, and then this is the juice. I have a plate full of fruits and veggies. I have some celery, carrots, apples, and oranges. You could do whatever you like to juice. I'm not sure how well this is gonna handle it, so let's see. I'm gonna turn it this way so you can see it. So that's reverse and on, and then obviously off. Let's start with apples, because I juice apples pretty often. We go apple picking, and I'm just gonna turn it on and start juicing. And I cut everything really tiny for this. I'm just gonna put the whole apple in, and then we're gonna use the plunger. I had it right. It's quite full in there. I'm gonna actually take some juice out. Whoa, there it goes. And it looks like we've got some applesauce action going on. It's not picking anything else more, and the apple's just rotating. So I'm gonna throw in a carrot and see what that happens with that. There we go. That kind of cleared the apple out. Okay, so we have a lot going on in there. There's still quite a bit of stuff. You can see it's in the actual screen in there. And then, oops, let's close this. We'll take this off. You can see it's pretty empty in there. I got all the juice out, but there is a bit of chunks in there. Now let's see, this is 1 apple and a little piece of carrot. And we'll pour that in our glass. And I'm gonna take a taste. It's actually really good. That apple is tart, the pink lady. That was actually not too pulpy, which I really liked, which I will be trying to see how the pulp comes out once we do an orange. So now I'm gonna do celery. A lot of people like to do celery juice. So let's see how it can do with celery juice. I know that was like a big thing a while back. I'm sure people still do it. So let's try our celery. Celery is very fibrous. And it's taking it just dump all this entire plate in. This is a lot to babysit. And the pulp is a little bit pretty wet compared to my nama. But again, like you see the fibrous parts. All right, so let's check out the big chunk in there that I kind of want to go down. There we go. All right, so we're gonna turn it off. Now I have the celery juice. You saw the little bit of apple carrot juice that was remaining in there. So we're gonna give that a taste as well. So here I have, it's still going. There we go. All right, so we're gonna see the apple and carrot remainder when we do our celery juice. It's gonna mostly be green though. Let's see. I don't like celery juice. There was a period where I would drink it and it was good. It's actually very smooth. There's not much pulp in there, but I have a lot of pulp and it looks like really wet. So we'll really see how that looks after. Now let's do my favorite thing to juice, which is apple carrot. So now let's juice my favorite thing, which is orange carrot juice. I almost want to like give it a good rinse. Like I have chunks in here. I don't get this with my nama. Again, nama is very expensive. I'm gonna give this a good rinse because there's quite a bit in here. So let's take this off. Wait, I forgot, it just comes up. I'm so used to the twisting action. So like you could see in here, there's quite a bit. There's quite a bit in there. There's in the chute. It doesn't come out as much, but I mean, it looks really ridiculously easy to clean because it's so tiny. So now we're gonna do a batch of orange carrot juice. I have my oranges and my carrots, and I'm hoping this makes like a glass of juice. We will see, and let's get started. I have 4 carrots and 2 oranges. And it's just eating the carrots. The pulp is pretty dry, which is impressive. The carrots are pretty dry. Let's see how it does with the actual orange. But I had to cut everything really down, whereas with my other juicer, I don't have to cut it as much. And you want to alternate hard and soft. Because if you're doing all of the soft, it's just gonna get stuck in there like you saw with the apple. The orange is pretty wet, which I expected, and it's full of juice. Woo! We can leave that open and you can just watch it come out. This is full. Are we gonna get a cup of juice? I don't know. Let's use the plunger. And our last orange piece. Probably shouldn't do that, but. So is this a juicer for you if you want to save money? Yes. Are you going to be getting the most for your produce? Not as much as, I mean, you could probably get a little bit more out of this, but it's not in this juicer. It's pretty moist. It's sticking to my hands. It's not dry. Like if I ate this, I'd have moisture in my mouth, but this is great for like if I wanted to make a carrot cake or carrot muffins. And actually, you know what? I wish I didn't have the celery all mixed in there now. So it's actually really good to have pulp in your juice and in your smoothies. And I know a lot of people don't like that, but it's good to actually chew both a smoothie and chew your juice. That sounds weird, but you want to activate the enzymes and get your stomach pre-digesting before it even hits your stomach. Otherwise, that's going to be a huge sugar rush. It's a lot of sugar in there, and I just love to have that pulp. But now kids don't, so what I like to do is use a strainer. I'm actually getting my kids to like it more, so that's always great. But I'm going to see how much pulp is in this juice. It's quite a bit. And so I'm so used to chewing my juice that it tasted smooth to me. I mean, it's not huge chunks, but there is pulp. And this is such a good strainer. I like it a lot. And I'll just, so here you can see the amount of pulp we've gotten from the orange carrot juice. It's not a ton actually, so I'm pretty pleased with that amount. So do I recommend the Aldi juicer? Yes, I do recommend the cold press juicer, and I'll tell you why. Because it's under $40. It's a small device that can fit into any kitchen, but do I recommend the Nama over this? Absolutely, and I'll tell you why. Because this was a lot of babysitting. I can walk away, put everything into my Nama, and it just does it for me. This is perfect for somebody who's about to start their juicing journey and really wants to see if they like it. Why not spend the $35? It's not a horrible buy. So let's go over the pros and cons. I love that it's under $40. I love that it's small, that you can make a quick juice whenever you want. It's super easy to clean. I actually cleaned it in less than 5 minutes, again, because it's so small. But I also love that it's a cold press juicer. I am all for a masticating slow juicer. I do not like centrifugal or fast juicers because you're just wasting your money. It does not have a juice that's gonna stay nutritious for long. This has not even barely separated, and we've been here for about a half hour while I cleaned it, put everything away, and really just cleaned my prep station for the most part. Now, what I don't love about it, I know I said it's small and it's convenient, but it's also small and inconvenient if you're gonna be doing a lot of juicing, which we do. I get pounds of apples when we go picking, and I love to make fresh apple cider. I would never, ever even attempt it with this machine. I'm talking about 50 pounds of apples at a time for raw apple cider. So that wouldn't even touch this. I'd be crying cutting apples. My other one is much better for that. I also don't like that I had to keep unclogging it. It kept getting clogged whenever I did anything. The carrots didn't clog it so much, the apples clogged it, the celery clogged it, and the oranges clogged it. It is easy to clean. I was able to rinse it quickly in the sink, but then again, I have to take all those parts off and rinse it. So it really comes down to what you need in the kitchen. If you need a small juicer that is affordable, this is gonna be a good buy for you. But if you need something that you're gonna be making a lot of juice and you want it to last long, I would go for a bigger juicer. It's gonna cost more, but you're gonna end up spending less in the long time. So if you're serious about juicing, I recommend the Nama J2, and I'll tell you why. I've had this juicer for well over a year now, and it's a beast. That's plain and simple. I have a Solo Star juicer. It's got a smaller chute. I have to babysit that one as well. We've had issues where I'd open this spout and it would just squirt out from the not being on correctly. It's very finicky. It's a little quirky, I should say. This one is a game changer. This is my absolute favorite. Like I said in the beginning, you just put everything in there and that is how it juices. The juice will come out from this side and then the other side has the pulp. The pulp is super dry and you really just put it all in, forget it, and you don't even need to use the plunger for the most part. So this is one I recommend if you are serious about juicing. I love, love, love this one. If you want to try juicing and see how it's going to go for you and you don't have a big budget, try this one out. There's a lot of affordable juicers on the market. I have not tried them all. This was my first one. I've always spent like $300 or more on a juicer. So the fact that this one under 50 did what it could, I'm impressed. But would I want to do all that prep work? I have to cut it really tiny. I have to plunge it the whole time. I had to clean it out. I had to get all the gook out. It got clogged a few times. So you'd have to babysit this one. Never had an issue with this one. I highly recommend it. If you're really serious, get this one. Playing around with the juicer, getting used to it, seeing if it's for you, try out the Aldi Juicer. So that is it. We will see you guys soon with another delicious recipe or tip or trick with produce. Bye guys.